Are we in a constitutional crisis? Why and what does that mean? Well, a constitutional crisis happens when one branch of government ignores the other branch's constitutionally granted authority. So in this case, we're talking about the President of the United States ignoring how a judge rules. So in the same way, it would be a problem if he ignored the laws made by Congress. So judges don't make laws, they interpret the laws and they say, okay, you are now in violation of the law as passed by Congress or as indicated here in the United States. So Trump has tried to deport a bunch of Venezuelans, saying that they are a danger to the United States. So the problem is they aren't actually people who have been found guilty. They haven't gone through due process. You have to prove that people are actually gang members to be able to say, okay, we're deporting you because you're gang members. So the problem is the judge said, well, you can't do it because they haven't gone through due process, and the authority that you're using to do it is a wartime authority. The Trump administration basically said, well, there's this law that says we can deport whoever we want as long as they're a danger to the United States, these kind of enemies of the United States act. Well, the problem is that is a wartime authority. You have to be at war to be able to use it. Now, you might be saying, well, we are at war with the immigrants. Okay, great. That's a personal belief, and I love that for you. But to be at war, Congress actually has to declare that you're at war. And lots of presidents have ignored this, right? Like, oh, we've gone and thrown troops around wherever we happen to want. But to actually be able to use wartime authorities, you have to be declared at war by Congress. It's literally Congress's power. If you ignore the power of other branches of government, you're now in constitutional crisis because you're in violation of the Constitution. Both Congress and the judicial branch, they don't have a military, right? They don't have the ability to force the executive branch to do what they want. So when the executive branch says, you know what, I'm just going to ignore the authority of these other branches, well, now we're in violation of the Constitution because the Constitution is the only thing that keeps the executive branch power in check because the other branches can't force them to. Okay, so what does this all mean? Well, basically what it means is that the Trump administration is purposely testing whether or not we, the people, are going to have a problem with them violating the Constitution. And they're using immigration as their kind of point of test. And the reason being is because immigration is the one place Trump is not underwater right now. Everything else with the economy, he's looking bad in terms of polling, but people are liking this aggressive immigration push. They're like, yeah, let's see him in cages. This is great. We love that. And so the Trump administration knows that if there's somewhere that they can try and take more authority for themselves and somewhere where they can attack the Constitution itself, that they should do it in immigration because that's where they're going to get the least amount of pushback from the people, that the people are going to say, no, go ahead and take as much authority as you want. And then by the time we realize that they've collapsed the government, it'll be too late.